What's up, YouTube? As you can see by the title of this video, today we're going to talk about the cash flow quadrant and how to get the out of the employee quadrant and into the self-employed quadrant. This is kind of my take on how to do this. I was thinking about it in the truck. I haven't read the cash flow quadrant in a minute, so it probably would have helped if I did. But this is just my take on like getting from the E to the S. So I'm going to draw the cash flow quadrant real quick. You have the E cross. Okay. So we have employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. What kind of like gave me the idea of making this video is I have a post on Instagram. It's about like just the trucking industry and going from being an employee to like driving for a company. Self-employed is like owning your truck or leasing a truck. Being a business owner as far as owning a system where you own like a fleet or you're a dispatcher and you're dispatching several trucks or like a freight brokerage. And then an investor where you only use your money to, or you sell your business or sell a portion of your business and you still reap a percentage of that business. But mainly today we're going to talk about the E. So I'm going to write down another quadrant that I came up with while I was driving and it made sense to me. So it's, let's see, M. I don't like that M. Okay, maybe I need to buy some M. Okay, then it's the S, P, and E. Okay, so over here we have employee. That's what we're talking about. All right, so this is pretty much the employee box that I made. So the M is for mindset. The S is for savings. The P is for plan. The E is for execute. Hopefully I spelled all of those right. But in order to get out of this quadrant and into this quadrant, I feel like these things are really important. Your mindset as far as, knowing that you have the discipline to do what you have, like what it takes, you know what I'm saying, at any point given in time when you're moving on to the self-employed quadrant. So when your mindset, me and Pierre kind of talked about this, you have a lot more responsibilities when it comes to being in business. So if you don't have your mindset right, a lot of things can go wrong, and then it's about how you adapt to those things, right? Also, I just talked to Rodney. We had a little clubhouse discussion, and like one of the things that came up is like after your 9 to 5, like after you get off of work, are you working on you know what I'm saying, yourself, on your self-employed, on your business? So when you get off work from your 9 to 5, your 9 to 5, what are you doing? From 5 to 9, right? Because you can still, like, that's when you have the most time. Yeah, you might be like a little exhausted from work and stuff like that, but it's really about, like I said, the discipline. Like, are you disciplined enough to go home and work on your business, get out the truck and come home and make a YouTube video before you eat dinner? That's the type of things that you have to have that are key when exiting out of the employee to the self-employed. So the next thing I have is savings. Rodney is going to be a huge example in this because he is still working a 9 to 5. This is the long game interview, or the marathon title interview that I had with Rodney, but he's still working a 9 to 5. I'm still working a 9 to 5. And like, in order to invest in yourself, sometimes you are your number one investor, right? So as far as like having a plan for savings, like can you read that? Yeah, so that's savings. So having a plan for savings to invest in your business? Like, what are you putting aside every month to make sure that your dreams are fulfilled in life? You do have to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're saving once you get off of work. And like I said, between that 5 and 9, that also includes like doing things as far as making income or additional income for your business if your 9 to 5 isn't getting you where you need to go as far as financially to invest in yourself. Like that's when things like Uber and all those like gig economy things, like, you know what I'm saying, that's when that comes into play. But you definitely have to save. So that's when we come down like from the M to the S. So once you have your mindset right, you know what I'm saying, you can know you're disciplined enough to start saving money, you know, where to put that money into like a separate account and, you know what I'm saying, build that up. I listened to like a podcast earlier, and this guy had, I think it was the Asian Mize, he had a guy on who like had just got out of jail and like worked and saved up 100K. That takes a lot of discipline to do something like that. And then he bought a truck. So he jumped and went, you know what I'm saying? He jumped and went to the plan. His plan was to buy a truck, right? So after you do mindset, you have savings, and now you have to work on a plan, right? So this whole time you want to kind of have a plan, but you want to really kind of zero in once you have everything kind of set up, as far as like what's that business going to do, how much money do you want that business to make, your LLC, what kind type of, how are you going to be taxed as an S corp, C corp, just like what's your revenue going to be, what are you going to pay yourself. That's all part of the plan. Like moving in from the employee to self-employed, you want to have an idea of kind of what that means. So make sure that you do have a plan. As far as getting a plan to get a CDL, I do have that in my CDL course on my website. You can check that out, Ultimate Guide to Getting Your CDL for Bosses. So once you have your plan, all right, now you're ready to execute. So you have your LLC, you have your business bank account, you have your DUNS number, you have your business credit. You know what I'm saying? You've been disciplined enough to get your credit right, and now you're ready to execute. Now we're ready to get something done. We're ready to prove that all our hard work will not go into vain, right? Will not go in vain. So when you execute, that's when everything comes together over here, right? All of these steps, they come together, okay? And then we move on to the self-employed, when we're self-employed. So that's when we get all right. So now you're self-employed. Let's say you lease a truck, you're a trucker, you lease a truck, or you buy a truck, you're self-employed. You're responsible for everything on that truck. You're responsible for your own home time. You take vacations when you want to. You are the operator of your business. You have to work. If you don't work, then there's no one else to go to work for you. So who's going to bring in that income? So you have to make sure that you understand it and you still have that mindset that you're going to make enough income to take breaks. You're going to make enough income to have an adequate savings account for your business. You're going to make enough income to fund a maintenance account and do things like that. So when it comes to jumping out from the employee to the self-employed out here in the trucking industry, it's not the easiest thing to do. To have this plan, have something like this written out, have something like this understood, it does make it easier, but it doesn't take away from the difficulty. Doing this, it really takes someone who is very disciplined. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down at the bottom, and I will make more videos like this. I hope you guys are enjoying the content, all the podcasts, all the vlogs, and content like this. I enjoyed doing this kind of whiteboard stuff for you guys. So if you want to move from the employee to the self-employed, you want to get your own truck, you want to do whatever, then you got to set something like this up. All right, here's your boy Chris Lee. Thank you again for watching. It's been great. Deuces.